Welcome back to another episode of Fate Kaleid Liner Prisma Illya 3rei. So in the previous episode, our squad ended up obviously running into the Ainsworth mansion and they got confronted with Angelica, was the name of the Gilgamesh girl, the blonde girl. And obviously Kid Gil ended up facing off against her and we had basically a Gate of Babylon versus Gate of Babylon battle, which was epic. Kid Gil was fantastic in that battle, but on the other side of things, it was Illya actually falling into the big chamber of all the mystic codes and weapons and stuff, and there was of course Beatrice there. So she ended up trying to fight Beatrice to no success, but then she found Ruby there and she obviously got the power to at least fight back a bit, and it was Tanaka who ended up blocking some hits and she kind of seems indestructible at this point. We don't know exactly what's happening with her, and they ended up taking the fight outside. They were like, well, we need to leave now, we can't really take Miu back at this point, we'll come back for her later. And so they left the property, but Beatrice was going after them, but then Beatrice and Angelica got called back by Darius, right, who is it seems like he is the head of the family, of the Ainsworth family, right? Darius Ainsworth. So that's interesting. I don't know what he's gonna be all about. I guess we'll find out. And also, then towards the end of the episode, we saw someone snipe, right? The heroic spirits, and we didn't see who it was, but apparently there was a after credit scene that I missed in the previous episode. I didn't know there was one. So I thought it was only a preview of the next episode. So we are going, or I'm gonna be checking the after credit scene right now. And then obviously after this, we're gonna be going into the next episode. So if you wanna watch this uncut and unblurred as always on my Patreon down in the description, and let's go into Fate Kaleid Liner Prisma Illya 3rei episode 4. Chloe. Bezit! Hell yeah. Okay, I mean, okay, it's a very short one. It's a very short one. Wait, what exactly did they say? Let me reread the line. We should enjoy our reunion for now. And wait, what did... That unexpected. Okay, yeah. So I did see a comment basically saying, hey, you missed the after credit scene with Bassett and Chloe. So I knew that Bassett and Chloe were coming. So here they are, right? But okay, so yeah, the sniper is confirmed to be Chloe. That makes the most sense. Even I said at the end of the previous episode that Chloe would make the most sense, right? Because they said that it's a card, so obviously that would mean it's a heroic spirit, and because it was a projectile, you would assume that it's an archer, and Emiya, or I guess Chloe, would be the most normal choice for an archer. But okay, cool, let's go into the episode. How did you get here, though? Oh, is the time flow different? It's loud. So she said, I don't know how long it's been for you, so I'm guessing the time flow can be different between different worlds. That would make sense. For my weak little sister. Karen? Bassett. What? Of course. Of course. Ilya's outfit looks very similar to the Stay Night outfit. Not really, no. She didn't have much of a scratch. Yeah. What is she? Yes. Yes. Oh, so we were thrown into this. Oh, so they were in the radius of it. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that only Ilya was in the radius of the actual teleportation. Ah, okay. That makes sense then. So they didn't go to this world after Ilya got transported there. They were transported alongside Ilya. They were just thrown in a different area, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, so that's how Ruby got there as well. Makes sense. So that's what she was talking about, the days. Yeah, it's like a second to magic. Yep. Yep. Berserker Tour. Yep. That's cool. So, I believe that this is the first new servant, the first new heroic spirit that they added, right? I think so. The first, I don't know if it's original for Prilya. Maybe someone's gonna be like, well, actually it's in Ataraxia or something. But this is the first time that I'm hearing of Thor being a heroic spirit. It makes sense, obviously. But yeah, I think this is the first one that they confirmed a new heroic spirit in this, in the Prilya universe compared to every other Fate universe that I've seen so far. That's so cool. Nice.
当分の間預けます。どうやらカードを使いこなせるのはこの中では一人。現状打破できる可能性があるとしたら、イリアス・フィール、あなただけです。
Yeah, especially if they can find Sapphire. That would be broken.
寝てても問題児ね、この生徒は。一旦会議は切り上げようか。そろそろディナーの時間でしょ。でも食べるものなんて出前でいいよね。
What?
出前って何その金ピカ形態。
They have Uber Eats here? Ah, yes, of course. Of course. Why did I even not think about this instantly?
でも頼んだのは麻婆抜きだったんだけどな。どうして私みたいな怯え方を？いけませんよ。そんなに私の主役心を煽っては。豚の背中付近の油と大豆を発酵熟成させたみたいな匂いがするです。餌付けでしつけられないかしら。この子。税込み5万5千円。
Whoa!
そんなもんですか。金貨1枚で足りる？完全にボラれて。
Yeah, what the hell? That's like $400 almost.
エリア、早く食べないと伸びるわよ。私、いや、誰か食べちゃって。あ、ちょっと。ここは、向こうで私たちが通っていた学校。作りは一緒だけど、見たことない張り紙。ほとんど真っ暗だ。橋の向こうは明るいけど。宮山町はまさしくゴーストタウンです。もう帰れないのかな。こうして見てると、私の家も家族も友達もみんな亡くなっちゃったんだって。嫌でも思い知らされるよ。イリアさん、もう会えないのかな。みんな、ママ、お兄ちゃん。変わらないのね、うじうじイリア。クロ。さっきからずっとぼんやり。余裕よね。こんな状況でふぬけてられるなんて。ふぬけてなんか。わかってるよ。うじうじしていられるような状況じゃないことくらい。だけど、こんな世界に飛ばされて、敵に襲われて、しょうがないでしょ。少しは弱音くらい吐かなきゃ。
Understandable, Ilya. Understandable.
と、世話が焼けるったら。
What?
黒。変身しなさい、イリア。
Training?
潰してあげるわ。
Are we training?
やめてよ、クロ。どうしてこんなこと。あなたは今、剣を向けられてるのよ。襲う理由を敵に尋ねてどうするの。そんなんじゃこの先。ここで死ぬわよ。そんなことできるわけないよ。黒には通覚共有の呪いが。ああ、それ。そういえば抑止力だったんだね。でも、もういっか。
Nice.
さあ、これで心置きなく。
They did allude to this previously. I'm not that surprised.
あなたは何者ですか。何ですか急に。言ったでしょ。僕は人類最古の英雄ギルガメッシュ。その慣れの果て、ア
Mm.
人の豪華な、人の域を超えた伝説上の英雄。そんな彼らを召喚して刺激することなんて不可能です。だけど、
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
人の豪華な、人の域を超えた伝説上の英雄。そんな彼らを召喚して刺激することなんて不可能です。だけど、エインズワースはクラスという型にはめて、その力の一端を移し取り、自身と痴漢するという離れ技をやってのけた。英雄の意志を潰した上での疑似召喚。
It's a pseudo summon that violates the hero's consent. Interesting.
浅ましく
Isn't it almost charming to see a greed so despicable, conceited, and offensive?
都合よく、愛おしいまでに醜悪な子でしょう。英霊の姿は初めて見るわね。
Yeah, that looks cool. I saw it as well.
クラスカード。
Ah,
だとしたら妙だ。なぜあなたは意志があるのですか？
yes.
大人の僕は他の英霊たちよりちょっと我が強かったみたいで。それから大まかなことは大体話したと思うけどな。まだです。配慮だと思ってほしいな。知らない方がいいことなんていくらで
No,
も
I
あ
want
る
to
で
know
しょ。
everything.
言うべき時が来たら言います
No.
よ。少な
Hmm.
くとも姉妹喧嘩が終わらないことにはね。使い心地はどう？ゲイゴルクの使い
That's not enough
ベ
info.
ルト神話の大英雄空風林のカードは知ってたの？このカードの正体。まあね。だったらもうやめてよ。
She saw Stay Night.
勝てるんでしょ。この槍は。ええ。心臓をうがつという結果を先に作ってから槍を放つ。因果を逆転させた必中不可避の宝具。故に発動したが最後。あらゆる回避も防御も無意味。
Unless it's Saber.
頼りになる槍じゃない。それが本当かどうか試してみたら。おかしいよ、フクロウ。どうしてそこまで怒ってるの？私が一体何をしたって言うのよ。甘えるのもいい加減にして。
Damn. What's the play here?
ユミ、まずいです。本気ですよ、黒田は。いつもそうやって。
Medusa. Wait, what?
さすがはライダー。
Oh, yeah, it is.
最高ランクね。
She looks so different.
ちゃんと話してよ。言葉にしてくれなきゃわかんない。ちょっと弱気になるのがそんなにいけないことなの。私だってミーを助けたいよ。助けるって誓った。
I'm on your side, Ilya, on this
気持
one.
ちは変わってない。
I am perplexed.
だけど、この世界にはみんながいなくて、敵はあまりにも大きくて、逃げるしかなくて。だから、知らない世界に一人ぼっちの寂しさも、とても叶わないような敵への恐怖も、ミユは口にしなかったわ。あなたが今抱えている不安は、恐怖は、かつてミユが私たちの世界で抱えていたものよ。どれだけ心細かったか、怖かったか、今ならわかるでしょう。でもミユは、そんな気持ちをついに誰にも打ち明けなかった。あの子の友達だって言うなら、私たちは弱音なんか吐いちゃダメなのよ。ミユを助け出して、あの子がちゃんと自分の口で、私たちに弱音をこぼして。
That's what she was complaining by herself. She was letting it out by herself. It's all good, me, Chloe. It's not that deep.
まだよ、まだ。
Excalibur!
終わってない。その剣は加減なしよ。本気で受けなければ
Nice! Good job!
正体は聞くまでもないわね。あんたを。ああ、綺麗に折ってくれちゃって。やっぱり今の私じゃ、出来損ないのハリボテしか作れないか。
That would make sense. She doesn't have enough magic energy to do anything else. Enough mana.
そんな顔しないの。政権が泣くわよ。それは人々の思いを糧に星が編んだラストファンタズム。あなたは人が願った最強の幻想を手にしているのよ。神の土だかなんだか知らないけど、ぶっ飛ばしてやりなさい。人の願いは神様にだって届くんだから。ありがとう、クロ。私、もう弱音の。クロ、しっかりして、クロ。どうしよう。
Well, I think you know what to do.
さっきのでクロ。やだ、やだよ。ようやくわかったのに。私はクロが。
Yeah. I was waiting. I knew that they were building up to this the entire time. This is a weird episode. Yeah. We got some lore though. I'm gonna go back to the lore after this. Ah.
ごめんなさいね。久しぶりのおやつだったから、ちょっと燃えちゃった。いやいや、ごちそうさまでした。
Ruby.
本体ハードディスクに録画しておきましたので、後で一緒に見ましょうね。今すぐ削除して。っていうか、黒のバカ、本当に心配したんだから。私が切っちゃったのかもって。まあ、愛と感触くらい覚えてほしいわね。切られたのは剣だけよ。あ、そういえばキスするときに何か言いかけてたわよね。なになに？おい、知らないよバカ。すねるなんてお子様ね。言いなさいよ。ほらほら。一人じゃ何もできないの。いつも誰かが一緒にいてくれたから戦えてた。そんな当たり前のことをようやく思い出せたの。だからクロ、私の隣にいて、もう離れ離れになるのは嫌だよ。イリア、あなたが手にした力はね、カードもバゼットもギルガメッシュも、あなたが立ち向かって、そして勝ち取ったものよ。一人じゃ何もできない、そんな弱虫のあなたが。一人じゃ戦えない。それは誰だって、きっとミュウだって同じはず。だからイリア、さっきのセリフ、ミュウにも言ってあげなきゃね。
No. Okay. Let me go back to the entire card explanation before I actually start talking about anything. I want to see that thing again. Humanity's greed. It's not possible to summon and control heroes or legends who surpass the realm of humanity. But so that's the difference between us and this parallel universe, because in our universe, this is exactly what we do, right? Is we summon and control the heroes of legend who surpass the realm of humanity. Okay, so that's the difference here. They cannot do it in this universe, parallel world, whatever, for some reason. But in our world, we can do it in the sense of the summoning system, the summoning ritual, and the Holy Grail War, right? But here, they can't do it, so they use the cards to do it. But the Ainsworths succeed in the astounding feat of translating a fraction. Also, who is this? Is this Darius? Of their power into the vessels known as classes, and exchanging those with themselves. of their power into vessels known as classes and exchanging those with themselves.
一旦を移し取り、自身と痴漢するという離れ技をやってのけた。
Uh-huh.
英雄の意
It's a pseudo summon that violates the hero's consent.
だけど、エインズワース
I
は
want to fully understand this.
はめて、その力の一端を。だけど、
The Ainsworth succeed in this astounding feat of translating a
エイ
fraction
ンズワースはクラスという型にはめて、その力の一端を。
of their power into vessels known as classes and exchanging those with themselves. Okay. It's kind of similar to basically it's summoning a fraction of a heroic spirit's power into the class card, I guess, and exchanging those with themselves. So it is kind of like, yeah, kind of like pseudo servants in a way, because you're using a vessel that's compatible with the actual heroic spirit, but it's not using the entire heroic spirit, it's just a part of them. It's just a small fraction of them.
英雄の意志を潰した
It violates the hero's consent.
浅ましく、
Isn't it almost charming to see a greed so despicable, conceited, and offensive?
愛おしいまでに醜悪な業でしょう。英霊の
Okay, yeah. Interesting. He said that there's more to that and that he's gonna tell more or say more about it after this entire fight here is done. So I'm guessing in the next episode, which is gonna be great to see. But okay, I think I kind of get it. I think so, but we'll see more. I don't wanna make too many assumptions right now because, as I said, there's more to this entire thing. So we'll find that out as we watch. But that's interesting. Apart from that, the entire scene on the roof was a bit off. I mean, Illya was like, sheesh, this is kind of hard, you know, this is not easy. I want to see my friends and family, to herself, not to anyone else, to herself. She was talking about it, and then Kikuro was like, actually, you shouldn't do that. Let's, I think she was trying to like make it so that Illya is focused fully on the mission and stuff, right? And to not be whining in a way. It just feels weird. It felt very odd, but you know what, whatever. At the end of the day, they needed to get the mana transfer scene in, right? So it is what it is. But yeah, apart from that, that was some cool lore there. It's great that the entire squad here is together. As always, I want to know, or still I want to know, what the hell is Tanaka, right? Why is she so durable? What exactly is she? It seems like they talked about her having some kind of regenerative powers and stuff, right? So that's also interesting. What else was there? So Sapphire still somewhere in the world, so we need to find her, and once we find Sapphire, that's gonna be another power up for Illya here in this world. And the last thing would be the entire rune on, or I guess sigil on Kuro's belly, right? So we kind of alluded to that back during the fight against Kid Gil, the 8th card, if you will. We talked about, I think it was during that, right? We talked about, wait, was it? I think so, yeah. When they said it's actually kind of easy to get rid of that entire sigil and that entire rune that's binding you. So, and they were like, why haven't you gotten rid of it, Kuro, yet? And then they got interrupted or whatever. So they were kind of foreshadowing that it's actually very easy to get rid of this spell here. So yeah, it makes sense why Kuro would be able to just get rid of it like this, right? So that makes sense. But either way, okay, interesting. I guess we'll see what the full lore around the cards is in the next episode, right? Because that's the thing that I'm most excited for. But I guess we'll find out. Hopefully we get to find out more about Tanaka as well. As I said, I really like the fact that we're getting some new heroic spirits that I've never seen in Fate before. I'm guessing Illya originals, so that's fantastic. But I guess we'll find out, as I said, more of the lore next time. So I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.